Traders, Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol DATS for DatChat Inc. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing we need to point out is that this is a newer IPO, so what we always like to do is map out the open, the high, as well as the low here, just to get a relative feel of, how we're trading. And I'm not saying any of these will be in play, but just nice to know for reference sake. Shifting the attention over to the 30-minute intraday time frame chart now, it's very clear that mid-Thursday, there was a catalyst that led to a breakout, and we consolidated into the end of the day, picking things up into the end of Friday, of course, ending extremely strong. So let's go ahead and break out the Fibonacci's, go from the low of the breakout candle, essentially here, up to the first initial drive higher. How did we fare in terms of holding the 38.2? Well, you can see we actually did violate it. We even started to trade under the 61.8, but those didn't close there. Instead, we just have lower wicks. So the line in the sand was defended here. 454 did remain intact, and we consolidated into the end of the day, and that led to, of course, that resume in Friday. So we clearly took out those highs, but I do think those are noteworthy areas that you should have mapped out. So what we'll do is throw a price level on this triple top right here. 534 should be on your radar. Taking the Fibonacci back out, this time going from the low of the move all the way up to the close and the high of today. How did we fare? Well, clearly there was no pullback whatsoever off of the high of day, but I would argue that any consolidation up here above the 38.2, that's 544, you could even make the argument as long as it's above the 534 breakout point, that would strike me as healthy consolidation. And what we would look for is follow through to the upside, essentially, right? On the daily time frame, it might look like a day's worth of consolidation, maybe a doji. It might look like an indecision candle like this. It might look like a hammer up here. It might look like a number of things, but as long as we sort of remain above that 38.2, which we've outlined, any consolidation here is healthy, taking the break up and over $6.30. Now, if we start to get back into this range, what should you be looking at as support? So let's clean that up. I would argue your first sort of place to look at would be kind of 5, right? 5 is simply going to be on there just because of the psychological nature of it and the fact that we had a number of candles sort of bumping its head into it, right? So look at all these in here, bumping its head, never really got traction above, bumping. Then it used it as support once some of these candles started closing up and over it on Friday's session. So please keep 5, the round number, at the forefront if we break down under 534, but really looking for that bullish continuation. Line in the sand, absolute worst case scenario on any further pullbacks. I would argue we've probably come back down and retest the IPO open around $4. From there, be on high alert to see if we get any type of hammer candles, any sort of indecision dojis, basically anything that would make you question, is this pullback ending? Can we flip long? Can we use this prior structure as support, go long over the highs, and start to retest some of these areas? The last one I'll leave you off with, if this is the scenario and we pull all the way back down, your next potential target, or the first target on any bounce, would be around here at $4.60, simply because prior support should now act as resistance. So you have my thoughts here on DATS. If you do decide to trade it, keep an eye on volume down below. You don't want to see it dry up. As long as it's elevated, we are looking for that bullish follow through in those scenarios we outlined. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.